Tell your friends, tell your foes, tell your sisters and your bros, tell every motherfucker you know. We are God! Warning, Papa Zaku is a professional idiot. Do not take anything he says or does seriously. It is all done for comedic purposes. Or is it? I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm not your dad! Do you ever feel like breaking down? Do you ever feel like society is trying to tell you too many things all at once, trying to force you on how you should react and how you need to listen and how you need to go on with your day-to-day life? And if it's not society, it's the people around you, and if it's not the people around you, it's yourself pushing these ideologies that have been passed on through your own thoughts and through your own mind for so long that you just don't even know who's you anymore, and you just get so fucking Well, me too. And good day, guys. Today that's going to be one of the main things we're talking about. I am your host as always, Papa Zaku. Welcome back to WeRGod.fm. And today's topic is adapting and evolving. Now, I've been doing a lot of thinking on this, and it's such a wild topic. And full disclosure warning right here, probably going to get into some wild tangents, so if you can't keep up, try to. I believe that life's very funny, you know? Life's a hilarious thing. We, from a young age, have these point of views of what we want to be or who we want to be. And we try to be those things. And sometimes society will tell us, or people around us will tell us, that's not you. And we'll keep trying, and then we get to the point where we give up and we're like, okay, fine, I'm never going to be the jock or the cool kid or the whatever. But that's not true. That's really not true. That's just what society depicts on you. And then you try and develop a new way to do it, and you try and find your right way. And then it still doesn't feel right because it's not the way you wanted it to be, right? It doesn't live up to other people's expectations or these other views that you've looked at on other people. And then you start feeling down on yourself because you're like, why can't that be me? Why can't that be me? I want to be like them. I want the same thing as them. I want to be able to have everything all at once. But then you realize that it's fake. It's a mirage, you know? Because true happiness and true thing is just, literally going with your own flow and being able to adapt to whatever comes your way. And that's how you evolve into the next new thing, you know? I've been doing a lot of thinking, especially of recently, and I've been saying it for quite a long time, that I want to retire as the godlike Papa Zaku that everyone knows. And I'm sick of being this person that everyone turns to and blah, blah, blah. But I've been realizing a lot lately that I don't want to fucking retire. I love being me. I love helping people. And I'll never stop loving that. Like, genuinely. But what I don't like is the way that I feel sometimes, and the way that people make me feel when I listen to other people's opinions and other people's input, or when I let other people's energy feed my energy, you know? It's quite interesting. Like, I don't think that people can read minds. I don't think that at all. But I think people can definitely read energy, which is all connected to the mind, you know? And I feel like at first when you develop that power, it takes you a while to be able to take yourself out of the picture and be able to read their energy without putting yourself into it and then taking that energy and then exploiting it onto the rest of your day. And it's a really interesting thing, you know? But yeah, it doesn't mean that I'm going to quit. It doesn't mean that you should quit. It doesn't mean that anyone should quit, you know? You just got to keep trying and finding newer ways which make you feel better. And ways that don't affect anyone, and ways just to be you. Whether it's making videos or going out or having fun or just being a goofball, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. If anything, people will see that and respect you more for just being yourself rather than trying to be all these society values or these ideologies of what people see as you, you know? because it's exhausting. It's really exhausting. And honestly, the more I think about it, retirement isn't in my blood. My grandfather, both of them by the way, are two of the most awesome people I know. They both have their own qualities, good and bad, but they're bloody amazing. And one thing I've learned from them is to never give up, no matter what. One of my grandfathers, when I was younger, he was working his whole life and he finally got to the point where he's like, I'm gonna retire. I've had enough of this. I'm at a good point in life. I'm gonna retire and quit on this note. And everyone was proud of him. Everyone thought it was a good thing because everyone knew. But you know what? He got tired of it. It only took him a few years and now he's back working and he's never been more happier than he is when he's working. Because that's what work does to you. That's what that strive, that feeling of accomplishment does to you, you know? And it can be the littlest things, you know, from waking up and brushing your teeth to going and doing a full body workout. Literally, that accomplishment you get from just about anything. The last few days, I've been making my own meals, been feeling really good and healthy and happy about it, and it's just been awesome, you know? Obviously, and that's the thing, you know, like, I'm putting all this out there and saying all these positive things, but I know that it's not always going to be positive. There's going to be times where there's going to be the little down spirals, and there's going to be times where I'm going to need a day off, or maybe 2 days, or maybe even 3, and who gives a fuck? Because I don't, because I know that I'm going to get back on that horse. But the thing that makes it harder to get back on that horse is when you start venting to people, oh, I'm not doing anything, and then they try and help you, and then you get stuck into, again, a loop of the same thing, you know? But if you just work on it on your own, and then go and do your things, you're going to be fine. Because people want the best for you, and you want the best for people, right? And so, therefore, by doing your best by doing your worst on your own, you can make your best. I know it's complicated, but I'm sure you get what I mean. I say all the time, guys, life's beautiful, and it's just what you could make it, you know? And I think it's just about time that we all just get up, fucking wash our faces, wash our cocks, wash your fucking gines, or whatever the fuck's down there. I'm not to judge, trust me. I barely know what I got there. And just do you. Who cares what anyone else thinks? Who cares if people think that you're being a mopey or sad or whatever at that time? Or who cares if people think you're being too energetic or too hyper or too happy? Because everyone's going to have their opinions and everyone's going to be different, you know, because everyone goes through it at a different point. Yes, we're all on a similar path, or yes, we're all trying to get to that same thing, but everyone's going to take different ways to get there. And once we get there, we'll be there together and we'll celebrate and we'll have the best time, but we're still getting there. And that's another thing I've realized. I don't know where there is. I have no clue. But that's the best part. That's the part I love. It's because it just gives me more time to practice and to put all this stuff that I'm putting into reality, and it's gonna get there, you know? Again, don't know where that is. And that's another thing I've realized as well, is I know, but I don't know nothing. I know nada. But because I know that, I know everything. I've been saying it for a while now. The only way to truly be 100% right is by being able to know that you can be 110% wrong. And then by being both those things, and by being able to adapt your opinions, and be able to develop a new sense of light, and a new way of looking, that's the best thing. Because again, you've got to be able to adapt. People who stick in the past and stick in their old things, and even if people who stick in the way of looking at you as how you used to be, or little things, you know, because they only see a little part of the pie chart. They don't see that whole beautiful pie that makes you, you know. They just want their little piece, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, this piece is disgusting because this is all I've gotten. Not realizing that the next piece they could try could be the best fucking piece of cake of their life, or the best piece of pie, or the best piece of whatever. You get my point. People just like to analyze thing and put a label on things straight away without giving it the whole thing. And what's the point of that? What's the point of the labels? What's the point of all of that? Just be. Just do you. I know I sound repetitive in some of these videos, but sometimes you gotta get it out. And sometimes I'm doing it for me as well, you know, because I need to hear it too. I really do. But it's a climb, as I've mentioned before, and you're gonna stumble, you're gonna fall, but you get right back up and you fucking punch that fucking wall down and you seize that day. You seize it every day. It's great. I've honestly been feeling so much better. I've been getting a better sleeping pattern. I've been waking up earlier. Been really enjoying life, guys. And again, I know that it's not always going to be a high moment like this, but because of all my lows and all my highs, I know how to balance it. And I hope to be able to get more of it out there to help everyone else with the same issues through their lives. Because we got this. Because after all, we are God, baby. You know? And one more little thing that I want to talk about here, and then I'll probably end this video, make it a bit more of a short one. But on the thing of we are God, we literally all are God. And like I said, sometimes I feel like I want to retire from being the God and or my God and let other people take over. But again, you can't, because you are your own God. You are your own God. You're the writer, the director, the producer of your own life, and you gotta make it the best goddamn show you possibly can, okay? Because no one else is going to, because no one else cares about you as much as you care about you. Everyone does love you so fucking much, but no one's gonna put you first the way you're gonna put you first, you know? And you need to do that. You need to be able to put yourself first. Just like a friend was telling me, and I really appreciate this friend. He's became a very new friend of mine. You guys have met him a few times here and there. Absolutely amazing human being, and he told me a piece of advice, which I've been really thinking about a lot. He's like, how can you call yourself a God if you can't control yourself? And he's right, and he's talking about that when it comes to a lot of things, from addiction to lust to all different matters, you know? And it's right. And again, I take everything everyone says as a grain of salt, because again, we're all hypocritical, you know? There's certain things when people tell me shit and they try and give me advice, and it's like, bro, I know I've told you similar stuff and it's taken you months to finally get to a point where you're able to see it and tell me the same advice, and now that I'm in the rut, you're giving it back to me. And again, I could sit there and be petty about that and be like, fuck you, you're just as bad. Or I can appreciate it, cop it on the chin, take it as a grain of salt, put it into my salt shaker of life, and crack it onto the best bloody meal possible, you know? Because that's all you're doing. And I really like that phrase, take it like a grain of salt, because I'm collecting all these grains. Every single grain from everything I hear. And yes, some of them might be modest, some of them might be larger, some of them might be exactly what I need. And I'm putting all of them, I'm collecting it, I'm putting them into my shaker, and I'm cracking it onto my meal of life, which is me, to make the best meal. And that's all I hope for and all I wish for every single other person on this planet. And especially the ones around me, because I love them the most. Because at the end of the day, I don't care about every single person on this planet. I only care about the people who care about me. Whether it's my family, my loved ones, my friends, my dog. There's so many beautiful people out there. Some of them aren't even people. A lot of creatures. But you got to embrace them all, alright? Love it all, love life. And on that note, this has been your boy, Papa Zaku, signing off. This is WeRGod.fm. Make sure to like, subscribe, and all that motherfucking jazz. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. It's Papa Zaku, motherfuckers. It's Papa Zaku, bitch. Let's get that pussy tonight. Alrighty, so we're in the fucking Uber home. I got this fucking disgrace with me. His new name is Paintball, if you haven't heard. Because look at this dirty slut. Look at him.
Fuck off.
He fucking fucks any hooker that moves. And that's coming from me.
Yo, I was making out with two different chicks and they were both hot.
No, we don't want to hear about that. But anyways.
They were both hot, man.
It was a fucking very good night, guys. If you didn't come, that was your fault.
Sundays at the Bird.
Sunday at the Bird, that's where you know where to be. Fucking $5 basics, $3 drinks if you come in early enough. You already know to go. I'm the cookest motherfucker there. I'm Captain Crack Sparrow. And if you haven't been there, you should be there.